on the plate to discuss. And tonight, we are taking a look at the craze or the crave for social media trends or numbers. We can see over the years, a lot of people are doing things just for relevance on social media, be it the right way or the wrong way. So let's delve into that matters and get the conversation rolling. So let me start from Bramens. Bramens, I know you are an active person on social media on the daily. Your numbers keep growing. Now, I would want to understand the sudden craze or sudden crave for social media numbers. Like people want to do anything at all just to get the numbers on social media. What do you think actually prompted this? Because initially, our presence on social media was actually nothing. But now all of a sudden, we want the numbers and we will do anything to get it.
Hetty, so for the craze, I think it's basically for business purpose. Now, I would say business because we know a lot of big brands that like to associate with social media influencers or content creators or however they call themselves, who have the numbers. And once you have the numbers, you get the big deals. Once you have the numbers, you get the big deals. For example, we're here when we started hearing people like Hajia, what do you call it? Bintu.
Yeah.
And Asantwa, and what's the name? Equia. There's some other lady called Equia Official or something.
Yeah.
The smallish lady. Yeah. And these people were doing endorsements for a lot of brands and then, getting these deals. Now, they wouldn't have been able to get these big deals if they didn't have the numbers. So basically, brands are looking for people who have the numbers for them to advertise or to push their products. So in effect, it causes people who are on social media to also grow their numbers, because the more numbers you have, the more appetizing you are, or the more attractive you are for brands to come to you to push for them. There's this guy, Nana Made in China or something.
Yeah.
I mean, now I don't really see much of him, but there was a time where you could see him all over, and then he gained so much numbers through what he was doing. And I saw him doing endorsement for some brands. And not just him, I mean, a number of social media influencers have been getting this in. So now, with this background set, it would push a lot of people to want to do anything just to get the numbers. I mean, I made a post, was it yesterday? There's some trend that is going on about Parkwesi Scandalf. He's a journalist who had an interaction with one lady, what's the name? Priscilla Frimpoma or something. I've forgotten the lady's name. Now, what happened was there was something that happened between them in private, as in the chats that they had in private, where they had some misunderstanding or disagreement, and the gentleman actually, went overboard with some of his utterances, said certain things that were not good. Now, after that, okay, so the lady is called Michelle Frimpon. So now, after that, the thing came out. The lady came out to post what the gentleman did, blah, 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 blah. And then backlash started. Left, right, people were just giving it to the man here and there. Some people also giving it to the woman. So it became like a trend that is going. Now, I decided to do something. I went on the lady's page and I went to check her numbers. When I went to check her numbers, when the whole thing started, her numbers were somewhere around 8. It was like 8.3K. That was, I think, 2 days ago when the whole thing started. When I went to check her number, it was 8.3K. After the time I went there, I don't know if it was lesser before I went there. Now, fast forward, before evening, till morning. Let me say till morning. After the incident happened, I went to check her page again, and then it was 9.2K.
That's some growth.
From 8.3K to 9.2K within a space of less than 24 hours. So I posted something. I said, you always need to capitalize when you get these things. And the lady is a food vendor. So I was like, it is a good push for her, because now she can use these numbers to also sell her products or whatever she does. So in the same effect, people will do everything and anything just to get the numbers. Because see, in PR, there's nothing like bad PR. I keep saying this. There's nothing like bad PR. As long as you are able to spin the PR to your advantage, it is good PR. That is how come people would intentionally leak their own sex tapes and do whatever, and then come out to apologize and blah, blah, blah. It is all settings. Because once it comes out, people start talking about you. People start wanting to grant interviews. People like your hashtag, the name keeps trending on all the platforms. So you realize that even recently, stylish, what's the name? Stylish Angie Stylish.
Yes.
I was on Facebook when I saw Angie Stylish. So I was like, and I went on my WhatsApp. I saw a couple of people posting a picture and then adding captions to it. I hadn't even known what had happened in the first place. Now, fast forward, I went to TikTok and then I went to follow her account. And I realized that, okay, she's a young lady, BIY, and her videos or whatever, it's out. And I was asking myself, if per all the narratives that are coming out, if it is true, and she did whatever it is that she said she did, some people are saying she didn't, it wasn't her, blah, blah, blah. What would make someone want to do something like this to get numbers? Because per one of the narratives that has come, she went to do that with her guys because they promised they can get her numbers to go up, blah, 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 blah. And I'm asking myself, what would make someone want to do that to get the numbers if they are not going to get something beneficial at the end of the day? So the numbers that people are crazy for is just for business purposes, because once you have the numbers on social media, brands will come to you. Onekingmultimedia will come to you.
So when you talk of business purpose, you don't care whether it's good business or bad business.
So that is it. For them, it is all about the money. For them, it's all about getting that endorsement deals. And yes, some of these endorsement deals will come. But, I mean, after that, after you get the money, after they pay you that 10,000 Ghana to do the advert for them, blah, blah, blah. After that, what next? Social media or internet never forgets. So, you realize, the other time I heard Tiwa Savage say somewhere that she paid some money for everything to be taken off the internet. I was there and I saw someone on Facebook posted something and said, I have that thing on my phone. So you have paid for everybody, but I still have it on my phone. You understand? So the social media internet never forgets. Whatever you post today, trust me, even when you delete it, it hasn't deleted. If you ask the cyber security expert, they tell you, once it goes online, it never leaves. It never leaves. So why would you put yourself through that because you want the numbers? Yes, some people get the numbers accidentally and they're able to capitalize on, like this Michelle Frimpong that I talked about, from 8.3 to 9.2. She didn't really, I don't think the intention was to go in for all this attention. She was just airing and expressing herself in some whatever that's happened. And then it went on to give her numbers. She can use it to her advantage. But for you to do whatever, do the nastiest things because you want to get the numbers, you are sick in the head.
Shanzi, let me come to you. So, as a woman, you see your fellow women also on social media. You realize that some of them would actually do everything and anything just for the numbers on social media. What comes to mind? Are there times that you think of things that, Charlie, if I do this, the way my numbers go up here, but you later sit back and go like, okay, so after the numbers, what next?
Babes, thanks for the question. Now, social media has been a tool, a great tool for advertisement. Yeah. And so now everybody wants to be that lady or guy with lots of numbers so that they're going to bag all the deals and all that, which is not bad. If you have numbers as a person, I think you're going to make money out of that part too. So it's a good thing. And if everyone is going through the right way to get the numbers, what's bad is it about? But how people are now so eager to get the numbers, sometimes it's just mind-blowing. Some people can do anything and everything just to make sure that they have the followers. You understand? So followers for enya seka and kind but this is a case where you get the followers and you get money. Now, certain brands don't even mind giving giving deals to people that have been in situations that are not pleasant. For instance, this lady, I'm official. has been in the news for some bad reasons. But then she has deals, she has companies she's working with. So some companies do not care about whatever or however you got there.
There's bad and there's bad.
You know that recently, despite Fela McAfee's issue, she's signed.
There's bad and there's bad.
Yeah.
I mean, see, it depends on the company. Because I'm official, I don't think it was something related to leaks or whatever.
It was a sexual.
I'm official.
You know, even with
who is Amo?
There's this
she's on
young
TikTok.
lady on TikTok.
Okay, I was thinking a queer official.
No,
That's
I'm official.
a different. Okay.
And even, you know, with the recent issues surrounding Sewami here, the companies she signed on to are still with her. Kitia, what's the name of the tissue company?
Flora.
No, Sewa's own wasn't. It wasn't. I mean, there are different
when
circumstances.
you get a company that is strict with some policies, it's a no-no.
Yes.
Yeah,
like
I know
everything
that,
will
right?
go down.
Yeah. So just as I was saying, some companies do not mind working with people like that, where that have been in the news for some bad reasons. But then, my sister, let's look at things that people are doing nowadays just to get the numbers. In more time,
when you go to TikTok, it's sad. Married people even having sex live on TikTok.
I mean, it's just
telling you,
bad.
like people are daring each other do this
on TikTok.
On TikTok,
yes, it's sad. In penny for
now we have people
cameras set to do all sorts
we
of
have
things.
people. This guy called Educator. I mean,
who's that?
You didn't hear of one Hayfront guy during January.
Oh, Hayfront was the title for January. The guy who got
Hayford.
involved.
Hayford, sorry. Hayford.
The guy who got involved with a guy. But that guy dresses, more like a trans.
Yeah.
Got involved, the whole doing... sort of
He's a cross-dresser. He's not a trans.
It happened here.
Yeah, in Ghana. You don't know?
In this
sorry.
Ghana.
So that guy, the one he got involved with is called Educator. Me say, all of a sudden, I say, a man or attention be. As all of a sudden, a girl, no, boy, about I was like, woman, but yeah. I say, I don't get it. This is someone who is gay and is proud of being gay.
Let's even take a look at Delay. Delay had an interview with Ohi Martin, a boy who went to Accra Boys and now feels that he has a lot of female features. He's growing breasts. He's growing Botox. Now he fixes frontal, eyelash, whatever, and he gets opportunity to sit on a national television for an interview dressed like a woman.
Exactly. I mean, with that one, I feel like probably you want to know more. You understand? Like a man acting like that, you'd want to know.
Sometimes also give too much audience.
But we give them platforms.
We give them platforms.
Too much
We do
audience
give them
for these things, to be encouraged in some way.
But I don't think the interview was actually to encourage him. Looking at the whole interview, if you watch the interview, it wasn't to encourage him.
It was not to encourage him, but if we have a little champ, someone's okay. So if I dress this way, it's actually nothing because someone is dressing this way has had the platform or the opportunity.
Not in a bad way, not in a good way. Yeah, bizarre saying to what they are we sir. I mean, how is that one encouraging a child to do same?
I see.
You get it. But what I'm saying is that the other time I went to TikTok was on Instagram and I saw a lady showing his man how to put a pad in a pant. No, so your content. Make some boy how one for pad from two pants. Maybe no immense
for the numbers.
The other time I went online and then I saw this. I don't know how true it is. Nice lady, very beautiful lady, and then I am a mercenario. But let's stop. But you kuno, yeah, I don't know why they or yarful. I am mercenario. No.
They were dancing.
I don't know if you've seen that video. They were dancing and they were doing all sorts of things, and then the things that they are saying and the things that they are doing. No, may I say. What we are from when you come on, then a woo ya, ton, man for ma, or wait me, I can't send you about how. Why are you doing that?
No, you see, now, not to catch it. Now they just do, now everybody does these things for the numbers. So someone will also use the fact that if I have a disability, let me use that one to do whatever. People will insult, but they will still follow. So that it's all for the numbers.
Let's even look at Trini Jonas.
No, Trini Jonas wasn't for the numbers. He had an agenda. He had things to say. So it is through that he got the numbers.
I'm not even centered particularly on him. We had a replica of Chini Jonas. A gentleman also come out.
Yeah, that.
Also talk like Chini Jonas. Rant, rah, 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 rah. And he was even called to order. This same person came out to apologize. He's sorry for his outburst. But immediately he left the shores of Ghana. And he got to US. He also started. So it's like people are just doing anything at all.
Anything, and they're doing it anyhow just to get the numbers. Wow. Now, people are sleeping with people to get numbers.
Oh, God.
People are sleeping with people to get numbers. It's while
you can easily buy or boost.
Because you don't have money to boost, so you have to exchange that with sex. So people are doing that just to get the numbers. Wow. Because now people love the fact that they are being called influencers more than being called a doctor, more than being called an engineer.
This is actually a big issue we have in the country.
Seriously,
the moment someone gets a kid,
no, I don't blame them, because these so-called influencers, some of these so-called influencers are making the whole thing look like say an influencer area. You understand? They create the whole picture like they are okay. They are competing with each other. Now, the influencers that I used to know, everybody has a car now, especially the ladies. Everybody has a car now. On one hour, the car say what's a car. So you want to tell me that it's the same influencing job that you are doing? If you ask them, they will do a breakdown for you, and then they will show you that yes. Or you may Snapchat, TikTok, but deep down, you know that there are certain things that you are doing that is giving you this kind of money, it's making you live this kind of life, but you're not saying the truth to people. Numbers.
Say what?
Cristero, let me come to you. The craze for social media numbers. People want the numbers and so would want to do anything at all. So I watched a video. No, it's actually a movie. I've forgotten the title. It's a foreign movie where the young man and then the girlfriend, they actually tried, was that a pill or something? Okay?
Pill.
A pill.
Wow.
Right. And the guy was live. So it was a live stream. People wanted to know the honest review or reaction. Or how they were it's something they've been doing. So the gentleman takes the pill and it gets that critical that he's taken to the hospital. And he's still on live. You've watched that movie?
No, it's actually something that happened.
It's still live.
Before.
They are streaming. Yeah. And then people are writing, people are sending in stars and all that. He's getting the money. They are so excited. The girlfriend comes in. We've hit the whatever number we thought we were never going to hit. And the guy says they should still stream. And you can see the guy, they're groaning. Like Obre, even doctors come in that, you know what, we need to quickly get you into surgery. And he asks his audience, should I? So if the audience say don't go into surgery, he is there. And it gets to a point that they carry him to the top of the, the hospital building. More like a 10-story building. And then he throws a question to them, should they drop me down? And all the people were saying yes. And at that point, he realized, no, I could die. So there's no way I would want it. So people are putting their life in the hands of their fans on social media. People are doing absolutely everything.
Let me add this to it. Someone went to the cemetery just because his fans dared him to do so around 12 a.m. Really? Yes, because his fans dared him.
That he should go to the cemetery and shout, whatever.
Then.
So and he gets up, goes to the cemetery, walks into people's graves. The grave, I'm telling you, people on TikTok are doing worse. So on TikTok, it's okay, so do this. And then they do it.
The challenge. I know sometimes they do challenge where they put.
No. If your follower dares you to do something, you just do it.
You need to do it.
So my follower dared me to just to strike. Now when Nigerian TikToker,
yeah, they buried him in a casket.
They buried him alive, all for content,
all for the numbers. And now we see our gentlemen are now wearing women clothing. Just for the numbers on social
I said this thing here some time back.
Recently, they are asking for Akonoba's arrest because he's doing too much. He's doing too much. Akonoba, you don't know.
He's one of the sensations on TikTok. People feel he's doing too. Now you fix frontal, you do makeup.
No, but are we complaining now? Wasn't it here that I spoke about this? That some of us were saying that it is just content. And I said that, see, this is how these things start. Now, this person is an influencer or whatever, and the person is doing this. The person comes on social media. Some TV station, as you mentioned, invites such people to come and do whatever nonsense interview.
Indirectly, you're trying to tell the little
exactly,
boy
we are endorsing this thing.
You can also do
I remember I said it here, Pa, that we are subtly endorsing this alphabetical nonsense. And this is actually the result. Because now, I remember I said this here that is saying Gua and Dickens, Gua, whatever. I mean, they are funny guys. But you see, if you have to put on a dress before you can be funny, then there's a problem. There's a big problem.
You need to be a different character.
Well, but back in the days, we saw the likes of Jeko and all those people. No, yes, but they dress in a certain way. They
dress up. No problem with that.
Paint their faces.
But you see now, you know what we are doing?
Their faces to look funny.
That is what we are doing now. We are promoting drag queenism, if there's anything like that. Because basically, that's what they are doing. They are just drag queens. And one way or the other, we are subtly endorsing this. I remember last time we said this thing. I said this, okay? If we don't see what we are doing, it will become a what do you call it? A pandemic. And that is what I started. Now you see people who are normal content makers doing whatever. Now they are all switching to wearing dresses. There's this guy that came out to do Danny Hamilton's song, rendition of it. And I mean, why can't he do that and be funny normally? You need to put on a dress before because you feel you are singing a female song. You see, we are not careful of what we are doing. And in a few years to come,
there's a lot going on social media. People are doing so much and too much, all for the numbers. So after the numbers, what next?
What next?
And so after the numbers, people, are trying to boost their ego with the numbers. It's a sort of
and people have died leaving social media numbers.
It's a sort of ego boost.
There's a movie that I watched where people had a competition. It's more like a death or life, whatever, where people are killing themselves, whatever, and the price tag on it is a foreign movie. The price tag on it was about 500 million followers. So at the end of the day, the person who won had 500 million followers, had a password and logins, whatever to it.
Wow.
And then at the end of the day, I asked myself, if these are the things that we are preaching and pushing to people, why wouldn't people do anything and everything to get the numbers? Because now it is almost as if once you have the numbers, I mean, someone can boast, I have a 1 million followers. I mean, so at the end of the day, yes, it's good to have the numbers. But at the end of the day, when you are sleeping, you sleep alone. When you die alone. You understand? So we should be able to sensitize people to understand that having the numbers is good. But you see, to do whatever and everything just because you want the numbers and so they follow you, and I don't go on my social media all the time. That's not where yes, I make money there, I work there, I do whatever, yes, and but at the end of the day, after that, what next? So doing everything just to get the numbers. When you are sick and you go to the hospital, the numbers are not going to be sick with you. So why would you put your life on hold because you want to get the number? And for me, anybody who puts getting these numbers and stuff ahead of their morals and whatever, I'm not going to say Sebi or unapologetically, you are a fool. You are a big fool.
Nice one. Brahman, Chrisero.
Yes. Brahmans has spoken so much, and I love the passion with which he
because it's sad. Look at this Angie stylist. When I saw the girl's picture, I was like, "What the hell? Beautiful girl, with she's a very beautiful girl,
very pretty young girl,
and this girl has so much future." They say, "Catch them young and the beautiful ones are not yet born." And Pampa, look at this girl, you be like, "Hey, who say yes? She done your own."
But she's born. Don't allow anybody to deceive you that the beautiful ones are not yet born.
I'm just saying.
It's never true.
I'm just saying that.
No, she's a young girl.
It's never true.
No. What I'm saying is that she's
never true.
What I'm saying that
who said the beautiful ones are not yet born?
But she's a young girl. I don't think she's up to 20. I don't know if she's up to.
I'm not sure she would even get to.
But she's born.
So
she's here.
Yes. Okay. She's here. So now look at this age, 19 years, with so much. See, when I say she's beautiful, she hasn't finished growing because women. They grow till they are like 20 something. Yeah. She hasn't finished. So by the time she grows enough to get to the point, it means beauty back account.
Yes.
And you've wasted your life because you wanted numbers.
Well,
Chris.
But let me say that statement is not
That's fine.
Entirely
Defend
correct.
And wrap up your statement for me.
Brahmins. Well, so Hetty, you see, people are trying to create competitions for themselves. Now, you can be very influential genuinely. Someone like Cristiano Ronaldo, when he posts on Instagram, just a post, gives him $3.1 million. He has about 484 million people following him on IG. And that's the amount of money he makes when he does one post. That's a genuine number. He's done that through his effort.
And the talent as a footballer.
Yes, and the talent God has given to him. The talent that God has given him, that is what he has used to build up, and he's gotten to that level, and he's making so much for himself. He didn't have to do anything. Everyone has something in them.
Yeah.
God has given you something. So why don't you get to know what you can do better? Or yours is just to have sex and post in there or on there. That is the talent you have.
But some people also have that talent.
Their talent is to have sex and post on there.
Yeah, we had Queen Fakadi.
Then you can if that is your talent, you can make direct money from it. Go,
but on social media, you're going to get the numbers to.
Oh, but it's not.
To get more clients.
No, it will not be. It will not be direct. It will not be direct. You get the numbers, and then
clients.
How about it? No.
She seemed to be interested. I think you'd have to explain or give more details on that.
I'm saying that you love this one. Nanama. Immediately you decide to go into that. Let me know about it.
Okay.
So you let me continue. So
are you for real?
Look at his eyes.
I don't know, but you see,
is that how you look when you are?
It's okay.
Okay.
Well, are you an industry stakeholder in that?
You guys, you allow me to say what I want to say.
You look when
when I am what
you are.
So people want to become influencers by getting the numbers. They want to boost their egos. People are trying as much as possible to create some competition because they have seen person A having these numbers, and have seen Hetty with these numbers. But I can be bigger than Hetty, or I'm bigger than Hetty. Why is she having those numbers and I do not have? Let me also do anything that can give me those numbers. They get in there. You understand? And people also believe that when you get the numbers, it gives you some business opportunities. And that is true. You understand? But is it the case of I want to do anything at all to get the numbers so I can get some business opportunities? Remember that serious businesses with integrity would not have their brand associated with anybody at all. Yes. And so you will just be like Haja Bintu, and then you'll be advertising, sex or aphrodisiac. That will be your level. You understand? Because that is what you have, the image you have created for yourself.
So do you mean Haja Bintu's level is
that is
aphrodisiac?
Of course. And now serious bank bang.
No, which real estate?
Real estate bang.
Will call to
maybe I don't know,
but they will call
that is the image she has created for herself. Into no aphrodisiac. Wow. Oh yes.
Chris, this is a lot of information.
And you see, I say that can carry you to, as I can take you to where Hajia has never been to. That's some bars in there.
Yeah.
it will take you to where Hajia has never been to. So that is Nadia. No, she has created that brand. She has the numbers, and so she advertises for aphrodisiac and all of that. That's okay. But Charlie, like as I mentioned earlier, no serious business with integrity will hire you, will have its brand associated with you. So you should know what you want and where you want to go. It is not just about having the numbers.
Serious and fun cars on one.
Yep.
Okay. So let's pick our final comments on the show for today. Shanzi, let me start from you.
Okay, Hetty, all what I'll say is that we should be careful of what we do, especially we the ladies. We are so crazy for fame. We are crazy for everything that comes with money. In any crowd, hey, yeah, ribi mu pasta. He has some get wow. Yeah, ribi mu sanka. But men can testify to that. Yeah, ribi mu.
It is well.
Yeah, we are man for Emma.
It is well.
Mame, dear, ankasa ye ho ne dia kwan bi so nti wo se ye rew ye ma ho kwan ye rew krofo a wo hu ma wo twa mo respect ye ye rew
information overload.
Mame, what you say? So we should just be careful with what we are doing.
I like how Brahma is
one day,
let's go.
One day, what I say is that ebia makwakoye bibi ende. I feel like I'm just doing it for the name's sake, for the numbers or whatever reasons that I have. Then the next thing is, one day I meet Brahmins. Oh, now Brahmins also down for the Christian. Yeah, me koye bibi.
Use me directly. Don't use him. And I mean, my down for me. Person use me directly. Men use me so because I want to experience it myself.
Okay. Christian.
Yes.
Me kwa ko share Christian. Na Christian down for the Brahmins be as some time be. Sebio men kola dream bi anase sebio me jimye bi me koye bibia and I'm shomini ni bi. Na down for no. What advice is Brahmins going to give to Christian?
He'll give me a very good advice. I know this man. He'll tell me to forgive you.
Yeah. You understand? Sometimes enkofu on my word there on mo nipa bi. Nya wade nkwa na adepa. Awade be okwa efun. But on mo nipa bi bomb because of enema bi o ma ye painty. What you say? And now enkofu bebre wo ho ahwe. Wo hwe kaka obehu no hen. Oti awade ase o. That was UK was UK. Oti awade ase. But this is someone some time ago, na ye boni dia when they say kaki. Oh my God, sister, they na all kanu. Someone with anka influence no one no. Ya afa no kwakwa bibi ansa e be man no deals bi wa ha na say bibi sa. She has the influence straight up. Ye boni dia say yes. But the way she's married and then she's living her life. Men can't say be a prepare one day obe ebia you be na wade woni ni so. But then one day and then our time about obejo Ojua and maybe was a working out tomorrow, low key. Ebia na nkoba nesa because of usuba bi no ni ebia what day di some time ago nti. Ti e ma ye ni maybe wo ye fe ni nto. Wo ya kono. We ask nipa, we ask yeso awo. Me say boy bi o madam fu Accra. Accra. Because Accra the whole show. Accra if you go there you can do it. He got to know that this girl is my friend. He was like, hey, she's a friend. Hey. You understand? So no matter where you find yourself and what you do, your past will one day come back to you or at you or however they say it. And then it might be so at that time we won't need the position to change anything. But anka we may be right and can manage and see a maybe a young dream numbers who be now when you go out of the blue or to be possible be boom. The person is out there. You understand? Do it the right way. Who create content. But any content be any create content all be vanity.
Okay, Brahmins, your quick thoughts on
I'm just going to end with this. The numbers are good to get the numbers. There's nothing wrong with it. But before you do anything, remember that the social media and the internet never forgets. So whatever numbers that you are going to get is the same numbers that are going to come hands and bring you down somewhere in the future. So yes, the numbers are, Michael Jackson had the numbers. Michael Jackson could perform at a show and people would faint and do what, it was that crazy.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he left. And then the issue about him and then, the Neverland issue, the kids and this, they mention Michael Jackson, that is attached to it.
Yeah.
Negativity will always follow you. The same way positive stuff will also follow you. But at the end of the day, let the positives outweigh the negatives. Don't mess up your life because of numbers, because social media doesn't care.
Chris.
So you might be enjoying all the numbers and everything now. It will come back to haunt you. In this, a typical example is Rihanna. Rihanna in 2020 says she regrets dressing in a certain way. And she was like, so she had nobody to tell her that, no, girl, don't wear this. You understand? But at the end of the day, now she's a mother. And she regrets
She's
wearing...
a wife to be. Have you heard that ASAP Rocky has proposed?
All right.
And she has actually responded.
That's
even,
fine.
I think Omotola also made such...
Yes.
Yeah.
So she regrets. The thing is that you might not really, put your mind on it now. You might not really go in there. But the thing is that you cannot erase it. You would have kids and people will show your pictures to your kids. This is what your mom was doing. This is what your dad was doing. All in the name of trying to get numbers, get followers, and all of that. You understand? So you don't want to get into those realms. You don't want to get to that level. So, I mean, we should all be careful. The numbers are good, of course. It will make you influential. It stamps your authority or the fact that you are an influencer. You can influence. Competitive wise, it gives you that urge, it boosts your ego and all of that. Numbers are good, but it is not about doing anything at all to get the numbers.
Nice one, and a beautiful way of wrapping up the show. When it comes to One King Multimedia, we need the numbers so that we bring you all the good things you need on your screen. So kindly subscribe to our socials at One King Multimedia. Thank you so much for doing this one time with us this evening. We are back same time next week.